The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I RASTA, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Uno prepared a table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Uno anointed I head with no oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy. I go follow I all the days of I veni. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah. Kadama we grobabe tela exact beer. Tana istalina bashante shante 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 shante. Kadama we grobabe tela This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different shapes, sizes, colors, aromas, and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot to be subjected to some amount of heating. And they produce food, very sumptuous food, to the benefit of not the black pot. Neither is it to the benefit of their ingredients, but the eater, you and I. Yet every time, the black pot will collaborate with the ingredients to produce food that they do not even partake in eating. My brother, my sister, we must learn a lesson from this. This selflessness we have to uphold in high esteem. How many people refuse to plant trees, all because they feel they might not live long enough to benefit from the shapes and the fruits of these trees? Therefore, once they will plant it and will not live long enough to benefit from the fruits, no other person should enjoy the fruits. This is selfishness. What we need right now is selflessness, like in the case of the black pot and the ingredients. We must be that generation that is generational thinking. That Joshua generation, the generation that thinks about planting trees. Trees that may not benefit us, but will benefit us in the long term. After all, generations yet to come will benefit from those. And these are all from our loins, our children, our children's children, and so on and so forth. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. And here we don't criticize. If we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. And again, we are in the service of God and country. Remember, the black pot represents the continent of Africa, and the ingredients in the black pot that make the food represent us. We must always collaborate to make sure that the generations yet to come are sorted. No two ways about that. Remember, this is the show everybody is waiting for. The Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Dorsabele. I want to say thank you to all our wonderful viewers from across the globe. And I want to say thank you so much for the belief in us. Thank you so much to ISIT. Now, ISIT is ISIT, in spirit, in truth. Now, if you're tired of social media's negativity, or the violence, or the nudity, or the racism, then this is your app. Now, it does everything social media does and even more. Now here, negativity is not tolerated. Now they have powerful algorithms built by powerful engineers that sap out every negativity before it even shows. ISIT is what we're talking about. And right now, this is the app everybody is logging on to. And it's built by Africans. And It's now the talk of town. Support the African business. Now, what does it do? You can do text messaging. You can go live, make video and audio calls. And the thing is that it's all free. Download the app from App Store and Google Play, and then you start to enjoy the app. Upload your videos, upload your photos, tell your own stories, promote your business. Oh, meet other people of positive thinking. And it's all perfect on Is It? In spirit, in truth. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support, Is It? And we love you. I am on Is It? So make sure that you join me on Is It, and we'll do our own thing there. Oh my God. I love Is It? Now remember, we are called the Blakk Empire TV. Blakk Empire TV. That is who we are. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called the Blakk Empire Media, and the Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Click on the notification button so that every time we come your way, we will be the very first person to see us before any other person. And our numbers are scrolling right now on your screens. Please pick up the numbers and do business with us. We are seen on Pan-African TV, which is our home. And of course, we are also seen on Loud Silence TV, and we are on social media, seen across the world. And via the power of satellite, we are seen all over the globe. And of course, the continent of Africa. Thanks so much to Nigeria. We have a lot of messages coming in from Nigeria, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Gambia. Yesterday, we have some letters coming in from Malawi. And yes, we are so happy to receive you, Cameroon. And all the countries in Africa, we say thank you so much. It's all about Africa. Now on this show, as you were told, we don't criticize. But if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. Because we are in the service of God and country. It's all about our people, our continent, our land. That is why we are here. And our primary goal is seeking to rewire the mindset of our people. Once the mindset is righted, every other thing will be right there. Look, you can build all the schools. You can build all the roads. You can make every social amenity available. Water, electricity, everything. If the mindset is wrong, people will destroy all these things and sit back and expect another set of the same things that they have destroyed. That is why we need a true mindset. This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kokushonomo. And without much ado, today we have 6 very interesting issues we need to look at, and we have to run very, very fast. Now the very first story is rolling, and it looks like tears are going to flow. Jesus have mercy. Ghana schools of shame, truly shameless. Wow. What do we mean when we say Ghana's schools of shame? Watch this. It says Ghana's school of shame. A child's tears for a table and a chair. What are we talking about? I don't get it. Now the quest for 11-year-old Gifty Odanjo to get furniture for decent education in a rural school. Bakpaba DA Primary School in the northern region moved her to uncontrollable tears. She questioned why they have to slam on hard, bare floors, sometimes lying on their bellies just to have an education. As the hot tears ran down Gifty's cheeks, she cried out, "Just look at us lying on the floor because we want to learn. And it's not the best. We are appealing to the government to come to our aid. My friends must always wash school uniforms daily because there is no furniture." And this is Gifty. Tears running down her face. And as she spoke eloquently in her Likpakpain language, spoken by the Kokombes, tears welled up in the eyes of Janet Tijotab, Gifty's teacher, who was hoping to translate the interview into English. She made me emotional, and I couldn't help it. And before I could realize, the tears started flowing, Janet said. Gifty is a primary 5 pupil. To get access to a desk, she comes to school very early in the morning. The furniture situation here is based on first come, first served basis. But she is not happy, losing hours of sleep because of furniture. That's it. Gifty Odanjo. These are our own indigents. This is a Ghanaian. She's a cucumber girl, 11 years old. Nobody knows what the future holds for this girl. She could be a president's wife. She could even be a president. She could be a doctor. She could be a musician. She could be a journalist. In fact, she could be a revolutionist. Today, this is a fate. She would have to wake up early in the morning just to be able to get furniture in her school, or else she would have to lie down flat on her bare belly or sit on her buttocks, get everything dirty, and would have to wash it every time. Now, those of you who live in the area or have been to the area before, you will understand that when you have to wash, you have to go to the riverside. Sometimes without soap. You would have to take the clothing there and whip that on a rock several times with water to make sure that everything is clean. And most of the time you do that on a hungry belly. All these dirty politicians who are in power and don't have a sense of reasoning, they went to school for free. A lot of them under Kwame Nkrumah were begged to eat 5 times a day. A lot of them were chased into their halls of residence to give them what today will be called in some of the hotels room service. Today is a luxury to even go to school. Today is a luxury to even get admission into a school. It's a luxury to sit on furniture in order to study. It's a luxury to even have a textbook. That's what we mean by Ghana's schools of shame. Now, when we talk about these shameless schools, we are talking about schools under trees. We are talking about trees with no furniture. Schools with no furniture. We are talking about schools that do not even qualify to be called hen coops. We are talking about these little girls, beautiful girls, lying down flat on their bare stomachs, writing the alphabets. In some of these schools, a 15-year-old, if she's lucky not to be impregnated in an early marriage, she's now learning how to recite the alphabets. A, B, C, D, E, F. A lot of these girls who reach puberty and start menstruating, they use rag as sanitary pads. Yet we live in a country where our politicians have 10, 15, 20 iPads and they do not even know how to switch them on. Yet these girls who need sanitary pads, it's as if it's a curse to be a woman. Ghana's schools of shame. They say education is for all. Yet some of these children will have to cross rivers in order to go to school. When it's raining, they have to run home before the rainstorm drops, or else they'll be caught in the storm. Some of them, their schools have no roof. Others have something on top of them that they pretend to be calling roofs. Yet when the wind starts blowing, it starts making music only in the ears of the politicians. But to us, it is noise. My brother, my sister, Ghana's schools of shame. The politicians, when it's time for elections, they will find them in every corner. It doesn't matter which hen coop they are in. They are so accessible because they are looking for their thumbprint. These same politicians, their children, do not even get to know that there is something called Ghana's schools of shame. The school in America, where they are fed 20 times an hour. They go on excursions. They fly from one state to the other. They eat pizza whilst they are in class. They are served with soda every second whilst they are in class. Here is a luxury to even drink soda at Christmas. Here is a luxury to even have a piece of chicken when it's salad time. Why? Are some people more human than others? Where is the tax money going? If hard work truly pays, these are the people from Bikopang, what you call Kokomba. These are the people who work the hardest. Anytime you eat yam, remember that the father of this little girl, Gifty, is responsible for that yam. Anytime you want to eat ampesi, proper yam, puna, larboko, you must know that the father and mother of this little girl, Gifty or Danjo, are breaking their back, making that yam available on your plate, on your table. Yet, when it comes to the time to honor this little girl, no, her sanitary pad has to be rag. When it comes to the time to honor this little girl, her table and chair will be the bare floor. She'll be competing over the floor with ants, soldier ants, spiders, worms, and so on and so forth, including bed bugs. When it comes to the time to honor these little girls, no, it is luxury, things that are supposed to be basic. To God be the glory. I want to say thank you so much to, Joy News, for looking into Ghana's schools of shame. I didn't go to one of those schools, but in some jurisdictions, the school I went to could also be called a school of shame. I went to Ahmadiyya Primary School, Zogbeli Ahmadiyya Primary School in Tamale. Today that school is broken down. Last time I went to Tamale, they said, oh, the wind blew it off, so we built something small here to represent. I said, what? My school used to be a long block, painted in white and red. I remember the colors. We had trees in front of the school where we would stand and sing the national anthem and march. We are marching to our classes. We are marching to our classes. We are marching to our classes and no more to return and no more to return. Oh, Jesus. How do you sing a song like this on a hungry stomach? How do you sing a song like this when you are going to compete over the floor with ants? How do you sing a song like this when you know that even studying is a luxury? Posterity is going to judge us very badly. I used to walk with my little feet at the age of 4 all the way from Moshizongo in Tamale down to the place called Zogbeli. Only God knows the number of miles. We would have to cross a number of roads with my elder brothers and sisters, holding my little feeble hands just to go to school. Today, even that is a luxury to those in Bikopam. If I don't stop this, I'm going to get extremely emotional. Dash. Next story. Useless leaders. Satan is waiting for all of you in hell. He will sodomize all of you one after the other. No mercy. No matter how much you cry, he has a strong hard on waiting for all of you dirty leaders. Posterity will judge you. You are wicked. Your place is hell. Jahannama. Okro steal shame. From one shame to the other. Okro steal shame. There's a Ghanaian boxer who is going around saying that he lost his fight because he ate okro stew. And that's him. We all know him. He was one of those Ghanaians believe was so strong and was going to win a lot of bouts. He won some really, really, really beautiful bouts in the past. And all of a sudden, he threw a fight. Do you know what it means to throw a fight? Do you understand? To throw a fight means to intentionally lose the fight. I remember in my days, Real Tamale United, they threw a match once and they were so unprofessional about it. You could just see that they had been bribed to lose the match. They were scoring on own goals and it still happens. We all remember Narnia FC. How many of you remember Narnia? Where people were scoring 50-0. Hey, babe. Even if there was no goalkeeper polls, will you score 50 goals in one match? That was what happened to this guy. This is a Ghanaian boxer. And interestingly, watch what happened to this guy. He was doing quite well. And all of a sudden, he said his manager cheated him. And because his manager cheated him, he would lose so that he will not make enough money. And his manager too will not make enough money. Do you get it? My manager wanted to take a big percentage. And I wanted to show him that I was angry. And if I win, the more bonuses will come and he will take more percentage. I didn't want him to get it. So I lost the match. Can you believe such a wicked guy? Why didn't you win the match so that at the end of the day it's okay? My contract with you is over. Move ahead. You rather belittle yourself and come so low to losing a match. And you blame that on your manager and also on Okro stew. Today, he has another story to tell about the Okro stew. He says, Majid Michel's name pops up in Joshua Clote's infamous Okro stew story. And what does he say? Former world champion Joshua Clote has mentioned ace actor Majid Michel as a witness to the stomach upset he experienced prior to his fight against Manny Pacquiao. Some people say Pacquiao in 2010. Now, in the aftermath of Clote's unanimous defeat to Pacquiao, news reports emerged that the Ghanaian had attributed a meal he ate ahead of the bout as the cause of his defeat. And that meal was banku and okro stew. According to the narrative, Clote mentioned that he could have won the fight had he not taken the meal of banku and okro stew. In an interview with Ernest Bruce Smith on his YouTube channel, Clote clarified that incident, blaming the media for supposedly twisting his words. He cited ace actor Majid Michel as a witness to the incident and revealed some interesting background stories about the fight. Now we're going to reveal it to you too. Come here. Come here. I have never said that I ate banku and okro. Majid Michel will confirm that I had a very bad running stomach. Whenever we had a fight, my girlfriend prepared okro stew and banku because it helped in gaining weight after the weigh. Oh, Malewa Denche. Listen, the man says before every fight, his girlfriend will prepare okro stew and banku because it will help him gain weight. Then why don't you call yourself Bukom Banku the second? If banku is giving you all this energy. Prior to that fight, a certain woman promised to prepare okra soup for me. She prepared the stew and gave it to me in the hotel. I had to shed a lot of weight after weighing. I decided to eat a lot of things to regain my weight. I had lost weight badly, so I quickly needed a fix. So I ate the banku and okra stew. Apparently, you don't have to take okra stew after you have taken a lot of sugary stuff. But I didn't know. I took it. And it affected me. But I didn't tell anyone that it was due to the okra stew that I lost. A lot of these guys have to be in the comedy world. The circus. Clote, in an interview with Graphic Sports last year, spoke of his dreams of rematch with Manny Pacquiao, who was now retired. Chase him into retirement. Okra stew messed up your life. Your girlfriend was always preparing okra stew and banku for you to gain weight and go and fight. What happened to your girlfriend? She wasn't there. So another woman prepared okra stew and banku, and you ate it. You didn't know that after eating sugary foods, you don't eat banku and okra soup, and they started having a running stomach. What kind of philosophy is that? I threw up, but it's not because of the okra. But it might weak you before you fight, because you can get running stomach all day. The main story where I lost was because of the 33% pairs my manager took. Oh, Jesus. That shit. Look at this guy. You see, some of these guys, they need to be educated to a certain level. And they need to have a certain understanding. But no, when you engage in barbaric sports like boxing, they don't need common sense. All you need is barbarism and foolishness to go and beat people. It's foolish, it's a foolish sport. I don't know if I am out of this world or me myself, I'm crazy. Sometimes when you are mad, you don't even know. Maybe I'm mad. My brother, what kind of sport is this? Me and you have no problem. We meet in the ring and we are supposed to be beating each other. We make sure that we bleed so other people can be happy because we are bleeding and suffering. It's a sadist sport. What's the common sense in this? The other day I asked a former, I just don't even want to go into it. Say, oh, it's not a barbaric sport because they wear gloves. You wear gloves. Don't we see people's eyes pop out from the punches you give from those gloves? Don't we see people paralyzed from the punches you give from the gloves? So it is not an uncivilized sport all because you are wearing gloves. Does it make sense? Should I mention names of people who got paralyzed from this boxing thing? Do you know how many people suffered from Parkinson's disease, even though they will deny that boxing is responsible for some of these things? Look what happened to Muhammad Ali. Look at all the money Mike Tyson made. Today is a broke ass man. Somebody is blaming his defeat on what? Okro stew and banku. And he's also saying that 33% of the pairs that his manager took made him angry and he decided to lose. Now you want a rematch. Who's going to give you that? No common sense. No education. If I was president of this country, boxing would be banned. Totally banned. You see, Clotte, if you have the chance, which I know you would never have, because the man you want is in retirement. You had your chance and you decided to fling it away. Now you want it again. You can't have your cake and eat it. In this world, let us use this unfortunate story to advise ourselves. No matter how angry we are, let's look at the bigger picture. He should have looked at Ghanaians, the fans. He should have looked at the nation. When you win and how the national flag flies all over. He should have looked at that as enough joy to go into it and win and forget about that banku and okro stew and also about the pest that his manager took. But greed, selfishness and wickedness. It was paining him that he was the one going to box, yet his manager was going to take so much money. Therefore, I will lose and we all will lose. You lost, now you want to come back. Which manager is going to take you in there so that when he takes his purse, you'll be angry again and lose? You must ban boxing. It's a sadist sport, barbaric sport. No right-thinking human being should ever support boxing. This dirty sport. My name is Blakk RASTA. When we return, we'll do more. But I have a quote for Joshua Clotte. Hey! Wayo!
Blackpot, Coco Show.
This is the Blackboard. Yes, this is the Blackboard, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. And of course, we are supported by ISIT. ISIT is ISIT. Oh gosh. If you're tired of social media's negativity and all the violence, all the racism, this is your app. It's called ISIT. ISIT. Oh my God. Download it from App Store and Google Play. You can do everything social media does. Wait, ISIT, except the negative ones. Because they are powerful algorithms that will not allow for negativity. Negativity will be sapped out before it even gets out. Connect with family and friends, make memories, upload your videos, upload your photographs. Oh, talk about your business, sell yourself, meet other well-thinking, positive-minded people. And, of course, the world is for you to discover and take over with ISIT. ISIT, in spirit, in truth. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonum. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called Black Empire Media, as you see right there. And make sure that you click on the notification button. Anytime we come live, you will be the first person to see. And our numbers are scrolling on the screen right now. Pick up the numbers and then do business with us. My name is Blakk RASTA. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonum. Next story. Mahama wants dual citizenship for Ghana MPs. I am shocked. Is it true Mahama said this? Mahama, I will amend constitution to allow dual citizens to be parliamentarians. What a joke. Former President John Dramani Mahama says giving the nod, the next National Democratic Congress NDC government will amend the constitution to enable dual citizens to be able to go to parliament. When NDC comes to power, we are going to clarify that constitutional provision that compels them as the dual citizenship to give up their foreign citizenship before they contest elections. A country's human resource is its best resource. And we, as Ghanaians, happen to have about 3 million of our citizens abroad. They have acquired experience. They have acquired different talents. And why should we have a law that says that if you are going to be an MP, as a member of parliament in Ghana, you must give up your dual citizenship? Meanwhile, we have a dual citizenship law. Gosh. I am so disappointed in former President Mahama. I thought this man was a Pan-Africanist. And all along, I thought he was walking in the ideology of Kwame Nkrumah. To say this, now you have proven to me that you are one of those jokers who want to mess up this country. You are not serious, you. What is this debt? Do you understand what it means to say dual citizenship? Yes, they have the experience. If it's about experience, then go after the Chinese. Loyalty! I tell my people every time, I work with the most loyal, not the most experienced. Out of loyalty, experience can be hard. My brother, somebody says he holds dual citizenship. He's American and Ghanaian at the same time. These are the people collapsing this nation. Where lies your loyalty? Some of them are in government, messing us up like Gabi Asadwa Chedako, who holds a dual citizenship, as we are told. And he has never come out to deny it. My brother, President Mahama, do you understand the national anthem? Do you sing it? How about the national pledge? Do you recite that? I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. I promise to be loyal to who? Ghana. Now, when you have dual citizenship, it defeats that national pledge. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Are you going to sing the same anthem for America? Don't be a joker. Don't be a joker. All along, this has been a man that I wish will return into power and be able to deal with some of this rot. His first tenure of office was abysmal. But Nana Akufo-Addo came to prove that Mahama was actually an angel as compared to him, the king of all the demons. Today, if Mahama is going to be saying things like this, I will run to the demon that I know rather than to the angel who has a two-face. Dual citizenship, my fault. I listen to the un-African reasoning. Oh, they have a lot of experience. Why is it that if they want to come and help us, then we tell them to go away, or they have to drop their... They have to drop it because we want loyal people. We do not want people who will be with us. Encourage galamsey, and when the nation is destroyed, yes, they have another nation to return to. No! We want people who will remain with us and stay with us to fix the broken country, because we want them to feel and know that they have no other place to go. But here, therefore, they have to fix it. When a man knows that he has a spare tire, he drives carelessly. But if you know that you don't have a spare tire, me and you are drivers, we will drive carefully. True? True? Ask every driver. If you don't have a spare tire and you are driving, even if an ant is crossing the road, you would wait for the ant to cross so that it doesn't cause a puncture for you. But when you know you have a spare tire, even if an elephant is crossing, give me chance, make a pass. After all, you have a spare tire. I'm speaking tongue in cheek. That's what dual citizenship does to us. Every human being must choose. In this life, we have choices. Depending on what you choose, you will see a certain terminus. Depending on what you don't choose, you will come to a certain end. I'm so disappointed in what President Mahama said. So you are not a Pan-Africanist after all. In fact, I elevated him beyond all these other people. But by this statement, I'm tempted to believe that President Mahama is one of the jokers, like Kennedy Japan and all those, what's that guy's name? Dufour and all those people. You all are comedians. You have to redeem yourself from this. And if you are misquoted, you need to come out and say it. I've lost a lot. Was Nkrumah a dual citizenship, citizen of another country? Nnamdi Azikiwe. All those who founded the right platform and foundations for African politics. Today, you are going to encourage jokers to come into parliament. They have dual citizenship. You will see some of these idiots arguing, if you want to spoil the country, me, I'm an American citizen, I'll go to America. Don't we hear them saying that? If you want to destroy your country, I'll go to America. They push other people's children to come and fight during election because they know that they can go to the other citizen and be the other citizen. They can go to the other country and be the other citizen. No, Mahama, where you slept 2 days ago, don't sleep there again. Please redeem yourself, or else I'm withdrawing my support for you. I'm telling you that. When we return, we got more. Hey! Wayo!
Go on, Skipper George.
Blackpot. Coco show them.
This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonimo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Black Rasta. Next story. And what does the story say? Professor Frimpong Boating avoids KYEBI chief's war. This is a professor. For some time now, he's been under fire for speaking nothing but the truth. The other day, he said that at the backyard of Nana Akufo-Addo's house in KYEBI, Galamsey was going on. The president couldn't take it. Said it was a lie. He asked journalists to go to the area and check it out. Meanwhile, that report was 2 years old. And the good old professor had said that he salvaged that land when he was the minister of lands, right? In fact, the minister of technology and blah, 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 blah. This man is a heart surgeon. He's a medical doctor. But he decided to jump into the melee of dirty politics. Politics is so dirty. But he decided to get into it. And he's getting a lot of disrespect now. Now the chiefs of KYEBI are angry with him. They said they need him to come there and show them where the Galamsey or where the illegal mining was happening at the backyard of the president. And this is what he has to tell them. I don't want to quarrel with KYEBI chiefs. Eric Entry must answer on Galamsey at Akufo-Addo's house claim. And this is Frimpong Boating talking. Former Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boating, has said that he does not want to quarrel with the chiefs and the elders of KYEBI, the hometown of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, over the claim that illegal small-scale mining, aka Galamsey, is ongoing at the backyard of the president in KYEBI. Professor Frimpong Boating has stated that Galamsey is ongoing a few meters from President Akufo-Addo's residence in KYEBI in his 37-page report to the Chief of Staff on the fight against illegal mining. He alleged that a party youth organizer had a concession closer to the president's house. The presidency responded to the report and stated that it could only be rightly referred to as a catalogue of personal grievances and claims by Professor Frimpong Boating. The KYEBI Traditional Council also strongly demanded that Professor Frimpong Boating should prove that Galamsey occurred in the president's backyard, not house. Chief of KYEBI, Osaberima Mafu Kwabrani, said he should come and show us where he saw Galamsey happening. He should come here and prove to us and the whole world. My nephew, the president, is not part of that thing. Dash it away. Find me the photograph of Osaberima Mafu Kwabrani. This is the chief of KYEBI. Now in KYEBI, Osaberima connived with Ochihene, and together they decided to sell out a royal cemetery. A cemetery that contained the holy remains of natives and royals of the throne of KYEBI. The bones were dug out a few weeks back. And Osaberima Mafu Kwabrani and his people have kept the bones waiting for the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, to come over and pour acid, according to Osaberima. They are waiting for the EPA to come and pour chemicals in its own words so that they melt the bones and dispose the bones of. Come here. This is how you treat your royals. The people who held the fort before you came. The great ancestors of KYEBI. I don't know if that royal cemetery contained the bones of Sir Oforiatta I, or maybe it contained the bones of Nana Akufo-Addo's father, Edward Akufo-Addo. I'm sure if it had contained the bones of these two people, nobody would have dared sell that royal cemetery. But they did. Some royals are bigger than some. And they sold it so the royal cemetery could be used as a fuel pump or fuel filling station. They are not bothered about that. What they are bothered about is to clear the name of their nephew, Nana Akufo-Addo, whose name cannot be cleared, who is waiting to go to hell because of the hellish nature he has turned this country into. Nothing can save your nephew unless he repents. If I were a professor, I wouldn't mind these guys. Do what is needful. Yeah, they are here and sana they are fata. They are here no say cemetery amuton. All the wonderful people who served in the royal family, who were buried there. You decided to dig out the bones so you could sell it to an investor. You didn't care about the remains of your royals. Now you want somebody to come and show you, there was Galamsey here, there was Galamsey here. It's a joke. Dash it away. Dash it away. Next thing I want to look at is interesting. Lack of virgins in Ghana threatens Dipo. Hey. This is Dipo. It's a puberty right amongst the Krobos. Some people say Krobos. The Krobos are extremely sexy, beautiful. In fact, they are a symbol of femininity, a symbol of culture right here in Ghana. In fact, when they reach a certain age, they have the Dipo. In the days, they will strip almost everything off and just leave something around their waist and come and dance. Their dance is normally very interesting. You know, they wear that long hat. If you don't do that, you are not ready for marriage. And you cannot do that if you are not a virgin. For some years now, Dipo is not happening because all the virgins are finished. Social media is making sure that no virgins are remaining in this country. They are finished. Ever. All the young girls by the age of 11, oh, they've already been de-virginized. And the people of Krobo are crying that if this continues, it means Dipo will never happen again. In the Volta region, they have Trokoshi, where little girls are also married to some priests, and so on and so forth. All these things go a long way to de-virginize all these beautiful young girls. So the people are saying, enough is enough. Please, let the young girls grow. And this is from Graphic Online, the national broadcaster. It says, lack of virgins frustrates Dipo rights. Lack of virgins. Where are the virgins? Mothers in charge of Dipo, that's puberty rights, at Dodowa in the Shai Osudoku district in the greater Accra region, are now allowing non-virgins to take part in the rights because it is becoming difficult to get virgin adolescent girls. However, girls who have had abortions, given birth, or carried pregnancies are still not allowed to go through the rites. The Dipo rights, according to them, many girls were now sexually active, leaving them with no choice but to allow non-virgins to take part in the rites. The modification, they believe, will attract more adolescent girls to the rites, which in the past were to usher only virgins between the ages of 10 and 15 into puberty or womanhood, but now at the age of 9. Finished. Dash it away. So, please, we are begging the men. We beg you in the name of God. Please, I am on my knees. Please, we need Dipo. Dipo is very important to us. It's a festival that brings so many people from across the world. If you do this to us, it means that you are denying us of Dipo. Now they are bringing Bond 1, Bond 2, Bond 3, Bond 4 into the Dipo. It's not right. Please, we need our young girls. Oh, you are done. Dash it away. Last story and I'm done. What is the last story? Watch it. 2 witches killed in ZAKPALSI. 2 witches killed in ZAKPALSI. Come here. ZAKPALSI is in the northern region of Ghana. Some years ago, a woman, an old lady, was killed. The matter is still in court. This is the old lady, 90-year-old Ikuya Dente. She was accused of witchcraft and she was lynched at Kafaba, near Salaga, in 2020. The matter is still in court. Nothing has happened. The interesting thing, it was a pregnant woman who threw the stone on top of this woman's head and killed her. When she went to court, she was begging the court because she was pregnant, they should spare her life. But she helped to kill that old lady there. 2 persons have reportedly been lynched at ZAKPALSI, a farming community in the Myong district in the northern region, over witchcraft allegations. Now the deceased, Imoru Safura, 40, a mother of 7, and Mba Cherifo, were said to have been accused of being behind the illness of a woman in the community after her family consulted a soothsayer. An irate youth in the community on Sunday reportedly attacked Safura at her residence. Sensing danger, she ran to seek refuge at the chief's palace, but was overpowered and lynched in the process. Even the chief could not save her. What kind of a chief is that? You are a cheat, not a chief. Subsequently, the youth pursued Cherifo and reportedly killed him at his residence. The police have initiated investigations onto the matter. Oh, so that's a man and a woman killed. Next page. Now, what does the law in Ghana say about witchcraft? Next page. Look at it. It will shock you. The law in Ghana about witchcraft. The Parliament of Ghana is working to pass an anti-witchcraft bill into law to criminalize witchcraft and other related offenses. How do you criminalize witchcraft? How do you know who is a witch and who is not a witch? The law in Ghana is working to criminalize witchcraft. How do they explain it? See, a pre-stakeholder engagement on the bill started in Accra last month as part of the efforts to build support for the passage of the bill by Parliament. The proposed witchcraft bill includes the prohibition of professional witchcraft or wizardry, prohibition against the accusation of witchcraft, participation in the declaration of a person as a witch or wizard, and a penalty against the chief or headman encouraging witchcraft. This is a joke law. How do you know who is a witch? How would the Parliament of Ghana be able to tell that this is a witch? Or should the person come out and confess openly that he's a witch or wizard? A lot of these people are suffering from mental illness. They see things we don't see, so they come out and say witches. This is the Parliament of Ghana. I don't know how this law is going to work. But in the interim, come here. My name is Blakk RASTA. I want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much to Is We appreciate you and we love you. If you're tired of social media's negativity, you have to log on to the positive one, which is called Is ISIT, in spirit, in truth. Download it from App Store and Google Play. And you are, good to go. My name is Blakk RASTA, and I want to say thank you so much. I do appreciate you, and I do love you. Pick up our numbers scrolling on your screens and do business with us. Our numbers are approaching, and also, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called Blakk Empire Media, and the Blakk is spelled BLAKK. Oh my God. And then click on the notification button so that anytime we release some of these things, you'll be able to know as the first person. Be the first to know. Do business with us. My name Blakk RASTA. Catch you again. Hey! Wayo!